Fakakta Comedy Funhouse Network.
In a world where we hate everything except for the things we love, there's the Low Blow Podcast. So join us every week as me, Adam Z,
me, Dave Rowan,
and Chris and Naomi.
She might be naked.
I'm naked.
Fill your ear holes with unbiased reviews of movies, TV shows, comic books, anything Florida does, and basically the rest of the internet, right here in the FCF Network. So please check out all your favorite downloading podcasting apps for us, the Low Blow Podcast. Appropriately inappropriate. Ow! MHOG.
And welcome back to the MHOG podcast. How's it going? I'm Kyle. Sitting across from me is the big guy.
I'm sorry, I'm just lost in your voice right now. That was so melodious. Was that not melodious? So much more pleasant than welcome to the MHOG podcast. That wasn't really a good Wayne impression.
Oh, was I trying? I wasn't trying to do
No,
that.
I did.
Oh, okay. I was about to say. I was like, that sounds like Wayne.
That didn't work. I was trying. I was close.
Yeah, no. Sometimes
really
the scream is like, oh, okay. Then you gotta take it out of your ear for a little bit. It gets loud.
I feel like he needs like a Xanax or something before we record sometimes.
Yeah.
Like,
or maybe
his
mic
blood
from his
pressure's
mouth.
too high.
You think?
Yeah. Well, he's got babies and he don't eat right. I'm not saying I do, but I don't have baby. Well, he has baby. I have a baby. Yeah. That I know of.
You think that causes high blood pressure?
Babies? Yeah.
Huh.
Because they run and shit.
That's true. Well,
literally, they run and shit.
They run and shit. Yeah. Yeah, that's true. True that. Huh.
I'm Adam.
Yeah, there you go. You sure didn't get it out there. You sure didn't.
I never do. I'm always kind of slow.
Usually you're thinking about what your name is going to be, and then...
I stopped doing that for the most part.
You have. That's...
Because it's hard to keep up with. I did like 200 episodes of a different name every episode, and like, usually I just made it up on the spot.
Uh-huh.
It's not easy.
No.
It's not easy.
No, it doesn't.
Eventually I just get tired. I'm just like, whatever, I'm Adam.
That...
I'm not good at being me. I feel like I'm a
Who would you rather be?
A lot of people.
Yeah?
A lot of people. I'd like to be a rich person.
Well, that's not anybody specific. That's just a certain class of person.
Right now, I'd really like to be Casey Neistat just because I want to travel the world and take pictures of people around the world.
Okay. All right. Well, there you go.
You know who one of my heroes was before I found out he was a radical communist?
Not your father.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, my dad's not a radical communist.
Oh, okay.
I don't even know if he'd know what that is, to be honest with you. Very good with his hands. Not really philosophical. Mm-hmm. Not one of those guys. Was your dad philosophical?
He could be if he wanted to, but okay. Nah, it's mostly Bible quotes.
Oh, my dad don't have that either.
Oh.
My dad, I've never seen him go to church in 38 years, but like about a year ago, he was like, you Catholic.
What?
Because I was telling him I'm not Catholic, and he's like, yes, you are. You were baptized. I'm like, bitch, you don't ever go to church.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, you can't
like, it was a statement. Was
Yeah.
he asking a question, or he was just making a statement? Like, you Catholic.
No, he was telling me.
He's like, right.
You're
You're Catholic.
You're baptized, so you're Catholic. I said, it's not really magic water, Dad. It's just a little bit of oil and probably some vinegar. And
he probably didn't like that, huh?
He just kind of moved on. He's like, he didn't have the stamina to really have that argument.
Magic water. Oh, Jesus.
It's not. It's your faith in the water that gives it its power.
Yeah.
But it's not like, you know...
it gives it its power. Like it's a
they
Power
don't,
Ranger.
They don't, like, slaughter a unicorn in the back and shit. Like,
but
give
if
it
they
magic
did,
stuff.
though...
Look, if they have unicorns in the back, I'm joining Catholicism again. I'm with it.
Okay.
You know,
okay.
I heard their horns when you grind them up and snort them like cocaine. I heard it gives you immortality.
Immortality is nice.
Yeah.
I
want a limited amount of immortality. I want like another 100 years. I don't think I want to be alive forever because I feel like eventually you just run out of shit to do.
I would like invincibility.
You won't be able to like jump off buildings without any problems.
Nah, just when I become invincible, I can float around. It just seems logical.
That's flight, Kyle.
That's floating around like a ghost when you're invincible.
Invisibility just means you can't be harmed.
Invisibility, yeah. Well, I mean that doesn't mean I can't fly. That doesn't mean I can't float around.
Okay, but that's like saying I ate a hamburger because I wanted a taco, and then saying, "Well, I got a taco too," so it all worked out. You can't say you wanted the one thing and then later say, "Well, you could get the other two." Yeah,
why not though? I mean, if it's unicorn dust, you can
because
get, like,
I didn't ask
powers.
if you wanted the one. I asked if you wanted the other.
Well, I mean, like it's just a combined power. It's invisibility and flight, like in the same thing. But it's unicorn.
Where?
If you snorting unicorn horn,
don't try to take the logic of what I said and apply your invisibility.
Why can't we fuse things? I think it can be fused.
You're trying to put your invisibility flight.
You know what? I'm gonna be a sponge. That's what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a sponge like off a hero. So anybody I touch or anybody I come close to, I can take their power and I can keep it.
What's my power? To be fat and like make bad jokes on the internet?
That's not a power I want, so I wouldn't want to touch you.
Well, now I feel insulted.
Wait,
what? I'm unclean and shit.
No, it's just like
I
don't see how I could put that power to use for my benefit. Like that's all you. If you
touching
like
your girl right now, what you trying to take over her?
Yeah, well, see, that's a power of sensibility and emotion right there. I can use that in a day-to-day battle, you know, just in case it's like somebody tries to steal a baby. I can negotiate. I have the capabilities to negotiate and charm, you know, and so I can go ahead and.
I think the problem is
save that
we
baby.
Created a world here.
Yeah, we did,
but we did not provide any framework. You're like,
no boundaries.
Baby's being stolen. I need sensibility to protect them. I guess. I don't know where we got.
Where were we going?
We started with Wayne has high blood pressure. And we ended with sponge powers from heroes.
There was a middle point to where we kind of jumped into this realm.
It's something about my daddy and
that's what it was.
Water.
Okay, yeah, your dad.
But let's not pretend that applies any logic.
Oh, it still doesn't. No, unicorns.
All
right, unicorn horn.
Yeah.
Catholicism. Yeah. Well, no. So what are you? Agnostic? Non-denominational?
Atheist? I'm not religious. No, I'm not an atheist. I'm not religious. Basically, I guess agnostic is pretty close to it. I believe that there's something out there that we constitute as God. But I mean, all a religion is a series of rituals and traditions that surround a central idea. So, like, you know, people do say things like, "I'm not religious, I'm spiritual," and the truth is that religion provides
people with the rocks and shit. That's usually the people with the rocks and shit.
Yeah, crack rocks. A lot of those. No, I mean religion's basically a framework. It's like a routine that keeps you in line.
Yeah.
You know, and that's not a bad thing. It provides structure. You need structure.
Right.
You know, if you can get anything done. I don't have a lot of structure. I could probably use religion.
Or,
but
hence the Bible.
Yeah, and it has its good things and its bad things, but that's all it is it's a structure that keeps you focused.
Yeah.
But I believe that there's something out there. I don't think God gives a shit whether gay people get married. I think that's silly.
Right.
That's
why I still can't get past that in certain churches. It's like, we condemn the gays. It's like, damn. Sounds kind of racist still. It's like, this
it's not really racist, but
it sounds kind of prejudiced.
It's prejudice, yeah.
It's like, this is a whole community of people now that have came out like, this is who they are. It's like, just say if, like, people came out and, like, we're aliens now. Like, we came out of our skin and we come and show you our form.
No, I'd be bigoted as fuck if they came
out
as aliens.
Oh, come on. No, why so?
I watched too many episodes of Men in Black. I got it.
I
got a ninja sword right there. I'm killing some aliens if they come out.
It's fucked up.
What an alien's racial slur
But
be? I feel like aliens doesn't work.
Aliens.
It would probably be something based on their appearance. Like if it was like a bug creature, like it might be cockroaches. If they were
roaches,
or
mantis faces. I don't know.
That's too funny.
It is.
You can't have racial slurs that are funny. It don't work. It's like wetback. It's too silly.
That is.
That's
weird
why
to say.
I heard somebody today talking about. Listen to the podcast and they were talking about like you can't say anything bad about black people or Italians. I was like, hold on, I'm Italian. No, you can say bad things about Italians. You can say racial slurs. There's no
a racial slur for Italians?
Dago and wop.
Dago and wop. Mm-hmm. Like a wop 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 bopaloo bop.
Yes, but it stands for without papers. All these old racial slurs come from something. Like nigger comes from Negro, and it's just like people slurring the word Negro. But WAP just meant like sort of like illegal immigrant sort of thing. But the problem is like Italians just call themselves that now for so long. Like Dago, I don't know where Dago comes from.
Dago.
That's not the song. No. No. Also, that's Jamaican.
Yeah.
Some similarities to Italians, not a lot.
How do you feel about half breed? You think that can eventually become racist?
I feel like I'm mixed, but the problem with me is that racism doesn't work towards me because I don't. Even though, like, I'm raised as Italian, so I think of myself as Italian, but I'm also mixed, so I'm also Asian. But I don't really view myself as any of those things.
You're also Asian, like Kung Lee?
Oh, I'm Filipino.
Ah. Mm-hmm. Hence the roundness of your head, like Avatar.
No, that's just obesity, Kyle.
What? That ain't got nothing to do with the head being round. Like, the top of your dome is a nice...
Look, if you find a lot of fat people, whether they're Asian, black, white,
Ralphie May didn't have a round head. His head was kind of boxy. The bottom of his jaws was round, not the top of his head. His head was, like, real rectangle-like.
But he had hair. Like, if he shaved his head, he might be rounder.
I don't know. Still seems like it'd be pretty boxy. Maybe.
I don't know. What does Widow say?
Are they still? They weren't together.
No, they weren't together. I've been trying to check out her podcast to see, like, if she.
Have you heard their podcast together?
The Perfect Tim.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she started doing it on her own a while ago when they broke up. She brought some other chick on. I tried listening to it, but I feel bad because it's nosy, but I wanted to hear what she had to say about,
of course. I mean, especially if it's going to be on a podcast.
That's
forever
but it wasn't just her. I was also trying to, like, find out what Joey Diaz had to say about it because they were close. Been waiting for Bert Kreischer to say something. Like, because, like, he had, like, a couple, like, really close friends, and I was like, I'm just curious.
Joey was like the closest. I haven't.
He slept on his couch for like years or something like that.
Yeah, I haven't heard much from. I haven't been keeping up, but I'm pretty sure at one point because he just did a podcast with Ralphie, and I listened to that one. Like, it just happened. So when everybody was like, nobody make fat jokes, because I rarely see shit on Facebook, and unless I do see it, and then I was like, what the fuck is going on about this? And then I checked it out. And like the next day is when I found out that Ralphie died. I was like, oh man, what the fuck? And I was like, how'd he die?
Well, he died of pneumonia, but this is a big dude.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, I'm a big dude, but I'm not, you know, not that it matters, because it's so weird, you know, like the way people view health and shit like that, because you'll get like these guys that they work out every day, like their body's a perfect temple, they don't eat nothing bad,
right?
And then motherfuckers have a heart attack and a stroke and shit like that, and then you'll see these dudes that are like somewhere around Ralphie May's size, I live to be like 80. What the fuck is wrong with you? They just got the good genes. That's all. You know, and for all the shit that we can do, we got cell phones that can, you know, talk to people around the world instantaneously, but they can't tell you if you got good genes. You know, because I feel like there's a lot of people that, like these guys that work out all the time and do all that shit. If you told them like, dude, you got till 40.
It might be in the supplements as well, though.
What do you mean?
Just like the supplements that people take. Nobody really, if people that stay fit like that, they don't go without taking supplements.
Oh, you talking about steroids?
No, not steroids. Just like other supplements in general, like creatine and like, you know, all these fucking boosters and immune blockers and shit like that.
The ones that are trying to, but you got to separate the guys that work hard to keep their body fit and the guys that are trying to like jack up, because that's two different things. Because the jacking up thing, that's why I didn't bring up like Arnold Schwarzenegger, because he did steroids and shit. You know, like,
most bodybuilders do roids. And I used to work with his name's Sam. He was Mr. Louisiana back in '89, and he was an electrician, very old electrician. Said, man, the scene was just nothing but roids and fucking women. I was like, alright. And like, he doesn't do it now anymore, but he's still big. Like, not, cause he's like 60. So he's an older big guy. Like, he still has
Does his like man breast kind of sag? Like, even
I haven't seen him with a shirt off, but you see his arms and how he fits in the shirt. It's like, oh, you still have like some size to you. But you can tell that it's loose skin size. I mean, but, you know, to say that he did roids and a whole bunch of terrible shit to his body, like, he was still, you know, moving. Like, he was doing electrical and shit. Like, I guess it's not for everybody.
It depends on how bad you go. But like I said, it's your genes. Like, that's all it is. It's like, we all, you know, we're given a certain set of circumstances. There's things that can operate outside the circumstance. You can get run over by a car. You know, you could eat a bad burrito and shit yourself to death. You know,
who's done that?
That seems unlikely, but
has somebody done that? It sounds like somebody's done that.
I'm sure somebody's done that. You've been to Taco Bell.
Yeah, but I mean, well, that's dehydration. Like, if you eat something bad, if you drink the water in Mexico, then you can shit yourself.
I got a tip about that one time when I went to Mexico.
You got like to not drink the water? Somebody gave you.
Well,
what you mean?
What the guy told me is that they only said, number one, only drink bottled water.
Right.
That's it. Number two, you're going to want ice in your water. You know, if you pour it in a cup. But he told me this. So he said, if it's the ice with the circular ice with the hole in it.
With the hole in it?
Yeah. Like you're playing, you know, Connect 4 or some shit. Like, that's not Connect 4. Don't matter. Anyway, tic-tac-toe. That's what I'm saying. Like a O. That's good. That's purified water. Purified water ice.
Oh, that's the good ice. Okay.
If it's not, if it don't have a little hole in it, you're rolling the dice. You know, so that's what he said. But it seemed to me, I was like, what if the people that don't give a fuck just get a different type of ice tray?
Well, is it an ice tray or is it an ice machine that's making the whole dice?
I think you could do either. I feel like it's not that hard to counterfeit ice. Ironically, there's no watermark on ice.
Counterfeit ice.
But speaking of Taco Bell, so I've been thinking about this a lot. Did you see that commercial for the new Taco Bell taco with the fried egg shell?
No.
They've been advertising.
You seen this?
The taco shell is made purely out of fried egg.
But I mean, they had the waffle taco.
Yes, it is. But with God knows what inside.
It's breakfast?
No, I think it's just a regular taco.
No.
I think.
No.
I'm not sure. I haven't eaten it though. But they've been doing weird shit like that. They had the Doritos taco.
I like those. I fuck those up.
I don't disagree that that's a cool idea. That's like when somebody came up with the peanut butter cups. Like
what peanut butter cups?
Like Reese's and stuff. Like when somebody was like,
peanut butter.
You like peanut butter? I like
Reese's
chocolate.
Cups, Reese's
what
Cups.
if we just like make them out? You know, I assume that's. When I think of people making peanut butter cups, I think people fucking chocolate peanut butter.
Okay, like that's a good idea to have chocolate and peanut butter together.
I'm a pervert. Anyway, but no, I don't disagree that the Dorito taco is a good idea.
Yeah.
I'm just saying they've been doing a lot of weird shit, and I started thinking about KFC, and they got the shit like the Double Down.
Oh,
all that
the
shit.
Double Down is something else. You feel yourself catching a heart attack.
I can't
that
do it.
Look, it's dangerous.
We ain't
like,
gonna
that's
pretend.
A dangerous sandwich.
We ain't gonna pretend that I don't love fried chicken and bacon.
Ooh.
I love fried chicken and bacon. Okay, but there's sometimes even me, I gotta look at something and go.
Dude, nah, yeah, you feel it. You feel the arteries clogging up as you eat it. Like it feels very unsafe. Like you really want OSHA standing by. Or an EMT.
It's kind of like when you see an alcoholic drinking like shit that looks like Drano.
Yeah,
you know, you're like, you just testing fate.
I've seen a few alcoholics like that, and it's like, yo. You need to do something about this because this is terrible. People that just take like the terrible vodka, like, that's not even a good vodka. That's the vodka that make your stomach start bleeding from the inside, and you just gonna take that to the head, like you thirsty. I can't.
There's a Ron White bit. It wasn't really a bit. It was just something he did offhand on stage one time where somebody asked him what kind of alcohol he was drinking, and it's like, this is the kind of vodka that people drink when they're gonna die penniless.
No.
But it's good. But I've been thinking about like KFC and Taco Bell back and forth, and I just started wondering, like, are we living in a prequel to Demolition Man? Like, are Taco Bell and KFC having the fast food wars using fried eggs and double downs? And like in the end, is Taco Bell gonna be the dominant restaurant that swallows the world? No. You had to see Demolition Man to know that. Nah. You never seen Demolition Man?
I've seen Demolition Man.
Okay. Yeah. That's a good movie.
I know. I like it.
Fantastic.
I like it a lot. But I think of Judge Dredd just because of still Sylvester Stallone.
See, I kind of like Judge Dredd in a cheesy way, but it's not Demolition Man good.
It's Demolition Man is. I mean, fucking.
It's Wesley Snipes.
Wesley's. Oh.
Are you looking to get custom merch for your band? PM Star Promotions is producing all types of promotional items such as shirts, hats, stickers, banners, koozies, skate decks, and much, much more. All products are imprinted in the USA and made to last while keeping your cost as low as possible. Need a shirt design or logo made? The PM Star team has over 20 years experience in graphic design to make your ideas come to life. PM Star Promotions is making their way by working alongside with national bands and record labels including Crowbar, Goat Whore, and Ripple Music. To get customized, dependable work or check out the package deals that fit your budget and other exciting offers, please check out our featured collection on Facebook, PM Star Promotions, or visit www.pmstarpromo.com. It's time to get noticed.
It is so good.
There's nothing wrong with
most of it. Some of it on it, like if you go back and watch it, it's like, all right, some of this don't make sense. But
some of it. Let's start with the aging process.
Like when you like being older, looking at it now, like, all right, I guess I could go with it back then, but now whatever. Yeah, it's.
Did you hear the theory that Sandra Bullock is his daughter and he just don't know?
No.
Mm-hmm. It's gross.
I mean, but that could be possible to say.
It's almost plausible, but that means he fucked his daughter.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. You never hear her last name.
But they did the same thing with goddamn Back to the Future.
Yeah. I wouldn't have blamed him for fucking his mom and that. Like, she was looking good.
Like, well,
it's hard to turn down a blowjob. It's hard to just be like, look, I mean,
it's fucked up.
You're already down there, but
it is your mom in the future.
But she don't look the same.
That's true.
But here's the weird thing: like they ended up
certain-
making her like when he goes to Back to the
Futurama
Future
too.
3.
Yeah.
They ended up making her like the ancestors, like husband and wife.
You know, that's the thing to do. That's the thing to fuck around with when it comes to time in like a show or something. Because Futurama did the same thing.
Oh, where he goes back in time and creates himself.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking crazy. Have you seen Predestination?
Is this a movie?
Yeah.
No.
With
Who's in it?
I think it's Kevin Bacon. I forget who it is, but it's basically. Alright, I'm gonna spoil the fuck out of this movie. Okay?
Okay.
Spoiler alert.
I'm good.
Basically, it's a chick that becomes a NASA specialist, but she hermaphrodite. So she has a penis and a vagina. And then like as she's going on the space program, she comes back in time and she meets herself and then falls in love with herself. And then she talks to this other guy, which is her in just another timeline. And they fuck and they have a child. And so the loop just continues of
It's Ouroboros.
I don't know what that is.
You ever seen the symbol of the snake that's eating its
Oh,
own
yeah,
tail?
yeah.
That's called Ouroboros.
Oh, okay, fucking never ending story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ah, okay. And basically it's that. And she comes back in time and realizes that she fell in love with herself and then fucking fucks herself and then boom, they have a baby and that baby grows up to do the same exact thing and becomes out of a hermaphrodite and it just fucking circles around and it is a fucked up movie. It's a very fucked up movie once you find out.
Which one is Kevin Bacon?
Kevin Bacon's a bartender actually. I believe, yeah.
He's just a random dude.
Yeah, he's just a random dude that she comes to talk to. And I think she's a he at this point. Yeah, it's so much. She went through a transformation because she had two. And they were like, well, you can't do this because if you're going to be in the NASA program, you're going to have one or the other. And like one universe, she cuts it off. In the other universe, they keeps it. And then,
I think that's based on a short story because I think there's a Robert Heinlein short story that's like that. I wish I could remember the name of it.
It is wicked twisted. I'm like, what the fuck? Once everything comes together, it's like, oh my god, no.
See, I hate movies like that because you always see them really late at night, and you're like,
yeah,
I can't sleep with that shit.
Yeah. It was a late night movie, and I was like,
that's something that you gotta see at 10 a.m.
You're very invested. Oh,
Yeah,
you get
go,
invested the whole thing.
After you watch it, you can go take a good shit and eat a meal and just be like,
all
right, I'm good.
All right. Yeah.
You know? Because you don't want, because in your head you're like, I don't want to go to sleep right now and have like fucked up dreams where I'm fucking myself and I got a vagina.
Yeah.
You know.
I had a joke to where if I said, if my future self went back and fucked my past self, like who would win? And I was like, well, I mean, my future self would fuck my past self. Like I am the future, or the present here will go back to the past and fuck it because he is weaker than me. I am stronger, you know, because I come from the future. I know more, and that's how that would be.
Okay, whatever you said was funny, but I didn't follow any of that shit.
What? Just no, like you were
It's
saying.
the future, then the past. You sound like fucking Cosmos. In the future,
You
the
were
past,
saying
the
the future self meets the past self or whatever, and I was like, well, I had a joke like that.
Well, why
saying,
would you fuck yourself though?
just saying who would dominate who? If like the future met the past you, who would dominate who?
Again, we operate without a universal rules and no framework.
That's true.
What is the reason? Why would you be forced to dominate yourself?
I don't know. There was no reasoning behind it. It was just me babbling on, saying that if that were to happen.
All right, let me adjust it slightly.
All right.
Let's say you went back in time and you found yourself and you're like 18 years old and you got one of those fucking 18-year-old hard-ons. Remember when it was just beautiful? Now it's still good. But remember when it was just like you could fucking like drill a hole with that thing?
Yeah.
Remember back in the day? You girls don't know what it's like, okay? I'm 38 years old. I remember when like I would just be sitting in English class and all of a sudden, boom!
Yeah.
And like back then, like you was embarrassed. Like if I
It was very
now,
embarrassing
now
back
I
then.
would
You
be
gotta
like
tuck
strutting
it.
and shit. I'd be like,
You gotta
I'd find
tuck it.
reasons to like get down on the ground and make thrusting motions and shit. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful erection. If you went back in time and you saw that 18-year-old cock, would you be like, would you jerk yourself off just to be like, just to remember what it was like?
It would fuck me up though. That'd fuck me up in the future life.
Does that make you get? Oh, because you feel like you'd wake yourself up.
You definitely would wake yourself up. That would be a kick
You
right
just said
there.
it was a wet dream.
As soon as you came, that'd be the kick, and that'd wake you up, and you would be fucked up forever after that. You'd definitely be fucked up forever.
You got a good point there, Kyle. So I will not jerk myself off in the past.
You're not even supposed to meet yourself in the past, let alone jerk yourself off. I think you causing a huge butterfly effect, and that's World War III coming.
That's a simplistic understanding of chaos effect. But here's the thing. The reason that people say that is because what they're assuming is that if you were able to go back in time and the same cells touched each other, it would cause like a what do they call it? Ripple works, but there's a paradox.
A paradox.
The problem with that is that what we don't ever notice, like
Flash
dust
paradox.
in the air is your skin cells. You're constantly shedding
scratch,
skin cells.
Uh-huh.
And when you're a little kid, like it's weird, but if you think about it, your body now is not at all the same body that you had when you were a baby.
Like
'Cause
spiders.
You're constantly like you're
Shedding.
pissing. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how it works with like bones and all that, but I assume some of that's like coming out like somehow or another.
Keratin through your fingernails.
Yeah, so
Fingernails
like
constantly
you don't
growing.
have the same body that you had when you were a baby. It's like at the very least 90% of it is completely different.
We have a healing factor.
Sorta. I forget what the age is. Maybe it's like 16 or something like that. At some point, you sort of reach your apex very young, and then the rest of the time you're just dying. Like I don't want to bring it down, but I'm just saying. So, but anyway, what I'm saying is like you don't have the same skin cells. So if you did touch yourself, it wouldn't cause a paradox.
Oh shit.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You learn shit on the Metal Hand of God podcast.
Huh.
But it's not that surprising because I got like pop vinyls and shit.
Huh.
Somebody asked me like something the other day when I said I was weird. Well, I said I was weird, and she was like, "You're not that weird." I'm like, in my room right now, there's like sex handcuffs and a New Warriors poster from 1997. And my cum rag over there. You don't need to look. Don't turn around. Don't turn around.
Yeah.
She's very curious right now. She's like, she don't know whether she wants to look or run.
What color is it? Is it white or opaque? Usually when they white, they turn colors.
It's okay. I wash it.
Yeah.
Might only be every 6 months, but I wash it.
Why it gets so stiff? What's it come that make towels stiff? That's what I want to know. What the fuck is it?
Sometimes you find a bad one. Like one that you forgot about and it's sitting in the bag.
Yeah, that motherfucker look like a goddamn balled up monster.
Yeah. It looks like shit they make Legos out of. Or something like that. Oh man.
Oh shit! Is that just all your fucking soldiers coagulating together? It's like it's cold out here. We gotta stick together.
Really makes you wonder what they make glue out of. Like horse shit my ass.
It's like the Medusa effect. They couldn't. Alright, that is not gonna make sense. But just pretend like your sperm was humans, and they couldn't fucking get together, so they turned to stone. And it was like and they wiggled in the stone because they couldn't reach the eggs.
It's worse than that because then you send more soldiers out and mash them together.
Put more in there.
I need more space.
Get in there.
Speaking of fucked up movies, though, you just told me you went and saw Kingsman.
Oh yeah, man!
The Secret Circle.
The Golden Circle.
The Golden Circle.
Yeah. Oh my God! It's not like the first Kingsman at all.
No.
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing? What is this? Like, as soon as something robotic came out, I was like, what the fuck are we doing? Oh,
that's not where he lost me.
I was.
I'm gonna be vague, but this is kind of a spoiler. I apologize. If you haven't seen the movie, go see it. Make it up for yourself. But make it up your mind for yourself. Because I don't hate it. I just didn't like it. I didn't know what to do.
Man,
it's weird.
It was giving me too much. I was like, this is
where they lost me pretty much immediately was the meat grinder.
Ah, really?
Yeah. When she makes the hamburger,
Yeah.
I was like, no, don't, come on, no. And then she does it, and you're like, oh. Now, here's the thing about that. So the dude that's eating it, when he looks grossed out,
Yeah.
he's really grossed out.
You gotta be.
He's a vegan.
Oh.
The actor, he's a vegan.
Oh.
That was real. He was not, like, he wasn't acting there.
That was a real burger.
He said, because, like, he took the job, and the director, Matthew Vaughn, was like,
oh, shit.
dude,
Inside.
you read the script, right? And he's like, yeah. And he's like, well, he was like, well, I figured you could do, like, a vegetarian patty.
It ain't gonna look.
Yeah, it don't look the same.
No.
Because they got, like, beets and shit.
Yeah,
like,
that was real ground meat right there.
It was red and bleeding and shit,
Yeah.
you know? But, yeah, no, when I saw that, I was like, oh. And there's a couple of moments.
Well, I didn't know that the dude was vegan.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, that's a good face. Like, definitely. But you gonna do it for the strength that I'm gonna work with this. Man, she's a sadistic lady. I was not prepared for that at all.
Yeah, I mean, there was some fucked up shit in the first movie, but
that was fine. But like, just all the what's up with these fucking guard dogs? Like, what the fuck's up with all this robotic shit? Like, where is this coming from?
I don't know. I feel like maybe they were just like they didn't know what to do with it and just decided.
It's spies, man. Do some James Bond shit.
So that's the thing. So the first movie it's based on a comic, and it was all about sort of kind of lightly poking fun at like spy movies.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it didn't take itself seriously because it's like, you know, like they're making fun of James Bond and all that. And the second movie, it's just another like goofy spy movie.
This is crazy shit.
If James Bond was in that movie, you'd be like, okay, you know,
like which James though? Sean Connery, Pierce Brosnan, or
it would be
Daniel Craig.
It wouldn't be Timothy Dalton because he took it seriously. It'd probably be Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan, yeah, Pierce Brosnan. I would think because
Daniel Craig wouldn't do that.
No, Daniel Craig is a douche when it comes to shit. Now he didn't want to do the last one.
He did Cowboys and Aliens though.
That is true.
Yeah,
that was a really good movie. I enjoyed it.
I like the cowboy stuff. When the alien stuff, I was kind of like, just
did you like John Carpenter's? I mean, yeah, not John Carpenter.
John Wick?
No, not John Wick.
That was the movie you wanted me to watch. The John Wick.
John Wick 2. You haven't seen any John Wicks?
I haven't seen the one.
Oh, John Wick 1 and 2. That is it. That was
what you wanted me to watch.
Yeah, fucking not John.
Maybe I'll
watch John Carter. Have you seen John Carter?
No. I've never read the books. I'm somewhat familiar with them.
Yeah.
But I heard some people say that it was pretty good.
I enjoyed the fuck out of it.
But then I heard other people I think some of the people
got shitted on bad.
They didn't really advertise it. They kind of gave up on it pretty quickly. Nobody knew it was in theaters. Like, it was just like they put out one trailer and people forgot about it. But
it was really I enjoyed the shit.
I know what it's about though.
Yeah, it's like a Superman type shit, basically. Yeah. Good movie though. Yeah. Fucking John Wick. Yeah. Oh man, you definitely need to see it.
I might watch it tonight. I wonder if it's on Netflix. Probably not.
I think no. I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know if 1 or 2.
I can find it.
Yeah.
It ain't that hard.
Good. Yeah, they're fun. They're fun movies.
So I wanted to talk about something.
Yeah. Did you mention what you wanted to talk about at the top?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did I mention on the actual episode? No, we haven't mentioned it so far. I didn't want to interrupt the flow.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted Wayne to be here because Wayne has a more direct role in this. Did you hear about the new Sarah Silverman show, I Love You, America?
No. But yeah, I saw you ranting about this earlier.
So, okay. So, Sarah Silverman, like, this is the thing I hate about comics that become celebrities. You see it all the time to different levels. Like, Eddie Murphy became a star and started to take himself too serious. That's why Eddie Murphy's not funny anymore, because he just started taking himself too serious.
Is that why you think he's not doing stand-up anymore?
I think there's 2 reasons why he's not doing stand-up. Number
because
one,
of the tranny shit, transvestite.
No, I think a good comic would use that. I think there's 2 reasons. I think number one, there's no chance he's he could, even if he started working out in clubs, I don't think he'd ever be as funny as he was at his peak. So you can't, like, if he never does stand up again,
since he stopped, is that way?
Yeah, if he never does stand up again, he'll be remembered for like Raw and what's the other one?
Delirious.
Raw and Delirious. Those will be his stand up specials that people
Yeah.
remember forever, and they're great. They're amazing. They inspire people to do comedy.
Yeah.
If he does it now, number one, like, what keeps a comic funny is being in the clubs
Being
and
in the
like
scene.
you know whether or not a bit's working because you're feeding off the crowd.
Yeah.
And you know how it is when you're up there, even if
Yeah,
you're
oh,
doing a
definitely.
good job and the crowd's not giving you energy.
Yeah.
Even if you're snapping them off and
I
you're
backed out a few bits like that, and it's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is not working.
right. But it's not you. It's
Right.
that the crowd's just not reacting, and you need that.
Yeah.
When a stand up like stops and like go into those crowds, they no longer have that connection to the crowd knowing what's funny.
Yeah.
Eddie Murphy is just not funny anymore because he's not standing among people and working out his sense of humor.
Mm-hmm.
He's lost that connection's gone.
He's just
You know,
doing
so I
movies
think it's
and shit
that, and I think it's that even if he started going back to the clubs and getting that back, he's never going to be what he was at his peak. You know, it's like when you watch a wrestler like Ric Flair, and like you remember what they were, or
when
better example, Undertaker.
yeah,
Every time you see the Undertaker like wrestle now, it's
you're doing the minimum now.
Yeah, you're like,
you're
man,
old and you can't really keep that up.
So now in your memory, like, the Undertaker's not that great, but the Undertaker was great.
Yeah,
He just kept doing it too long.
right.
So I think it's a little bit of that.
Mick Foley, same guy.
Yeah, but all he has to do is like fall on some thumbtacks, and people are like, all right, cool.
You can't keep doing that though.
Oh no, that motherfucker had hip replacement surgery recently.
Did you see fucking Seinfeld's latest?
Oh, he did a new special?
Yeah,
I never liked Seinfeld.
me neither.
He just, I don't know.
I never cared for Seinfeld or fucking the show he had, Seinfeld. Yeah.
Oh no, I saw one episode of the show, and it was the most juvenile episode they did, and that was the only one that I liked.
Yeah,
Just don't work
he
for
came back and I was like, oof, this is.
But he still does dates. He never stopped.
Mm-hmm.
He actually, when the show went off the air, he decided he started doing stand up again.
So it was just
You know,
him.
but yeah. So when comics become celebrities, they change, and some of them just become like Eddie Murphy or Jerry Seinfeld, or whatever, and they just become rich dudes or rich women, whatever. Then there's other ones who really get into that celebrity culture where they need you to fucking hear what you think,
Yeah.
you know, or what they think.
Schumer.
Amy Schumer's definitely one of them, and she went too early. She didn't quite cement being a celebrity. She was still just a comic. She just did one movie that wasn't that funny.
And then boom, this is what I'm doing now.
Right,
It's
you
like,
know, talking about feminist issues and respect. I'm like, bitch, you out there talking about like doing the walk of shame. You can't really lecture people on morality. You know, that's, you know, nothing wrong with it. Look, there's no dude out there that doesn't love the walk of shame, you know, because it means you got some. But, you know, like, you just don't want to hear that person lecturing you. But anyway, but Sarah Silverman. Now, I was always a big fan of Sarah Silverman's comedy. Like, somewhere in here, I got Jesus is Magic.
Mm-hmm.
Did you ever watch that one?
What is she doing on that one? Is that what she talks into the mirror in the beginning?
It was yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
It was like a comedy special / they had skits.
Yeah.
You know, like there's one weird one where she just says niggers in front of a bunch of black dudes, and they start laughing, and then it just gets quiet. I don't know if you like. Yeah, it's weird.
They had a lot of fucking stage right where it would black in and out and shit.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember that. Yeah.
Well, but I mean, I knew her before then. But I was always a big fan of her comedy, and then she got famous, like real famous. And now she like thinks of herself as a celebrity. Like she at one point she was like on those Darfur commercials where they were lecturing you about, you know, what's going on in Darfur. Okay, you're Sarah Silverman. You go find somebody with credibility, somebody whose pussy wasn't singing the last time I saw her.
I thought she's always had that fame. Like this just starting to pop off.
She's always done. She's like Brian Callen. She's always done movies and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But she only got real famous about
like after
like 7 years
Wreck-It
ago.
Ralph.
No, before that. But I mean, I saw her in an episode of Star Trek Voyager like last week. Like she's been doing stuff since like the 90s, but she only got famous like maybe 8 to 10 years ago. You know, but most of her career she was just a comic doing clubs and tour dates and stuff like that, and then doing movies on the side. But so she's one of these celebrities that's like, I'm part of the resistance, you know, like I'm taking down Donald Trump and people who follow him and all that shit, like anybody gives a fuck. So she starts this show called I Love You America. So I heard about this a few months ago because Wayne and his bride Caitlin were trying to get us all on it.
Yeah.
So we never talked about this on the show before. No. The reason being, like, we didn't want to jinx their chances.
Oh
to get
yeah,
on the show.
sure didn't.
So basically, the idea for the show is she goes across America and has a sit-down dinner with various families, to talk about politics in the world. And Wayne told me about this, and I said that's a bad idea. Now, I think the idea of people with different beliefs sitting down having dinner and having a conversation is a good idea. I think that would be a great show to just show, like, where people differ and you can get along with people you don't like. But that's not really what the show's about. Like, she's a celebrity. Like, she's not in there to look stupid. And, like, I know, I've listened to Sarah Silverman talk. She doesn't know what the fuck she's talking about. She's a good comic. She's funny, you know, when she's not trying to do politics. But she don't know shit about politics. She doesn't know shit about economics. You know, she's just a good comic. You know, like people like that, they don't want to be embarrassed. They don't want to talk to people who know about what they're talking about. They want to find dumb people that they can humiliate. That's what the show is. Mm-hmm. And I told Wayne in advance, I was like, look, dude, if we go on the show. So Wayne wanted to submit us as a podcast. I said, well, we're a family. But I'm like, yeah, but we're not the kind of family they're looking for.
No.
You know, if they show up and there's Wayne's family and then a little black dude and a fat Asian dude, they're going to be like, what the fuck is this? Like,
it's this type of family.
Yeah, you know, sometimes sometimes Wayne's with her, sometimes he's with one of us, you know. It's a thing. So he starts. Caitlin was doing the communication, but hold on. Sorry, folks, I had to close the door there.
Door closed.
She hits me up and is asking, did she talk to you at all about any of this process?
I think she mentioned something once or twice, but nothing in depth.
Well, she hit me up and she starts asking me questions about what do you consider yourself politically? And I was like, I don't know how to define that. I just told her, I was like, I'm kind of a constitutional libertarian. Like, a lot of these, like, terms don't mean anything. Yeah. Like, you're just kind of trying to create, again, a framework for which because, like, there's not just liberals and conservatives anymore. There's a lot of people with a lot of different beliefs.
Sounds like a regular hero. Not like a superhero, but like a regular hero. Like, you still fight crime, but you just regular. The constitutional libertarian.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay. I was like, I don't know where you're going with that.
Yeah.
Okay, I got you.
Mm-hmm.
So I was like, yeah, just tell him constitutional libertarian. And she asked me a few questions about what I would say and stuff like that. And she hits me back and she says, well, basically they just want you. And I laughed hysterically at that. I was like, no, they don't. What you're telling them makes them think I voted for Trump. That's what they want. I was like, what I actually am, they don't want at all, because that's not going to go well for her. And so they talked some more, and they had it narrowed down they told Wayne, all right, this is the date we want to do the dinner. But they said, we don't want the podcast. We just want your family. So he was like, fine. Which, again, I was like, this... Like, it's not going to... Like, he was looking at it like, oh, to get our name out on our podcast. I was like, no, it's not. Like, the people that are going to watch this show don't give a shit about this. They don't want to hear any of this stuff. But I was like, whatever. If you want to do it, So they told him, like, oh, we'll call to confirm for this date. And they never did. Well, so apparently what happened was they had a few families in the area. And the family that they chose is in Chalmette.
Oh, there you go.
Now, if anybody who's listening is not from New Orleans, Chalmette is kind of a famous city nearby.
They got a brain-eating amoeba.
There's that. But it's kind of famous because, like, it's a largely poor area where there's a lot of... Not that there aren't a lot of uneducated people. You want a pillow or something?
Trailer trash, hickish.
There's a... Yeah, I mean, like, I don't want to stereotype everybody in Chalmette. There's a lot of good people in Chalmette, but it's known for being, like, kind of a poor area where people aren't necessarily the most educated, And so they found this...
pastures and mushroom hunts.
Yes, Kyle.
Mm-hmm.
But they found this family that looked like, what was
Judah?
No, what was the little fat kid that with Mama June and shit, like, the little reality.
Fucking goddamn Honey Boo Boo.
Honey Boo Boo. They found a family that looks like they were neighbors with Honey Boo Boo. In Chalmette, and like,
Boo Boo child.
Look, I don't have any regrets about them not choosing to do this show on Wayne's family. I don't have any regrets for that because, I mean, they probably would have gotten a little bit of cash, which would have been good, if you got like a few grand. But I don't know how much it paid anyway. But it's just like, it fucking just pisses me off. Like, so that's the first episode. I never watched it. Wayne watched it. He said it's exactly what you expect it to be. They make these people look stupid. At one point, they ask, like, the youngest daughter, like, I saw the commercial.
It's out already?
Yeah. You can watch it. It's on Hulu.
I don't have Hulu. What's the
No,
name
I think you can watch it on regular Hulu.
Oh.
I think.
Oh, what's the name of it?
I Love You, America.
I Love You, America. Terrible.
Yeah, it is. If you listen to the theme song, it's fucking...
There's a theme song?
She wrote a theme song, and it's fucking so unfunny. Like I said, when stand-ups lose touch with the regular people, their audience, they just stop being funny. You can't be funny if everybody around you is your team that's telling you, oh yeah, you're the funniest. You need people to tell you, like, nah, dude, that joke didn't work.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you talking about? No, go back. That's why you had, like, people like Richard Pryor eventually started hiring, like, Paul Mooney. Paul Mooney was still on the ground level, Now, that's probably a bad example because I don't know the inner workings of how Richard Pryor worked, but I'm just saying. And plus, he still did stand up. He wasn't like Eddie Murphy and all that. But anyway, it just pisses me off. Like, I don't like this is a show there to humiliate regular people. That they're low information. Maybe they're not that smart, but like that don't make it okay for you to make a show to make yourself feel like you're smart by humiliating them. It just pisses me off. And here's the thing, like, if you're gonna do that, then at least fucking have the fucking guts to, like, talk to people that actually do know what they're talking about.
Right.
Like, that's fucking cowardly bullshit.
Pretty bullyish.
Yeah, she's making money off of it.
Huh.
So
that's terrible.
Anyway,
fucking Nick Thune has this movie called Dave Made a Maze.
Nick Thune, I don't know him.
He's a stand-up comic. He's fucking hilarious. He also made the movie where Good Luck Johnson or something like that, or Goodbye Johnson, where a guy uses his dick too much so his dick leaves him and it becomes its own little person and then goes out fucking.
What?
Lucky Johnson or something like that. Yeah.
What's that on?
You could probably...
That's a silly enough concept that I feel like I'd watch it.
You would just have to find it. It wasn't on anything. I think these go like the straight to DVD and shit, and they're fucking hilarious. Like, Dave Made a Maze. Dude did so much shit. Basically, dude did so much shit. He ain't had nothing else to do, so he decided to make a maze in his living room out of cardboard boxes.
And this is a full-length movie?
Oh, it's a full-length movie because it's a labyrinth inside of there, and it's like, you remember that movie with the god damn it, alright, with the cow and the worm and the guy with the ooze and the monster, and they had 2 eyeballs and they were eyes. I forget the name of the movie.
By the way, the hand gestures that you're doing right now look like dual blowjobs. You look like you're sucking 2 dicks.
I'm sorry.
He's got his hands like in
boom, 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 boom. Yeah, it's remember they went to a shack? They went to a shack and it was a lot bigger than what they expected. Oh fuck, I can't remember.
None of this sounds familiar.
I know.
A cow and a worm?
Well, it was like a freak show.
American Horror Story freak show?
No, not American Horror Story. A movie. It's a comedy movie a long time ago.
Are you talking about with the 2 like retarded twins that were like one of us? That no, that was a different movie.
I don't know. I forget the name of the movie. Somebody probably remembers out there. They went to a shack and dude turned into a monster because they had he got sprayed with this ooze on his face, so he was like half monster and half normal. Yeah, I don't know. Then they went on to a talk show at the end of the movie, and it looked like he was the monster, but it was just a cactus behind him.
Was this like Toxic Crusader kind of movie?
Not Toxic Crusader, but it was like a funny movie. I forget the like. They had funny points in it, and I can't remember any of them right now because it's a very old movie. They had 2 eyeballs. They called themselves I and I, and they were Jamaican eyeballs. Everything Irie, I and I, you know. All right.
That's a funny premise.
Anyway, I forgot where I was going.
I don't think I've ever seen that.
But yeah, what movie was I talking about before that?
Nick Thune.
He made a maze, and like inside the maze it got like traps and shit, and it starts killing people. Like it's like it's small maze on the outside, but once you get inside, it's like really big, and like a party of people go in there and they get lost and start dying. So it's hilarious.
Is it a horror movie or is it?
Nah, everything's made out of cardboard.
I have to look it up. Dave Made a Maze and Lucky Johnson?
Yeah. I think that's the movie. Lucky Johnson.
Is there anything else we need to talk about?
No, not that I know of. Oh, nope, not Lucky Johnson. Alright, well, I'll let you know what that movie is, because I can't find the name of it.
This is great pod. I should just keep talking. I don't know. I haven't seen I haven't been watching a lot of movies lately. I need to get back in I never finished watching Defenders. I watched halfway through.
Really?
Yeah, I got caught up in other stuff. I started rewatching Star Trek.
Oh my god, that's what I wanted to mention. Have you started watching Ozark?
No, people have been talking about it though.
Oh man, you get invested immediately. Like as soon as it comes, just the shit that unfoils within a matter of like 3 to 4 days, it is like whoa. And
what is it about?
Jason Bateman. It's about this guy, right? And I guess he's a money launderer, or he has this business. I don't know. And his partner was doing something, and he fucked up, and like he did something with a cartel. Like he stole some money from a cartel, and like Jason Bateman, fucking husband, got a wife, kids, straight man, ain't never cheated, you know, just go to work, do what he's supposed to do, and all that. And like his business partner, like stole some money or hired some other people, and they stole some money. So like the drug cartel came and questioned him. And brought Jason Bateman in. He was like, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but hey, if this and this and this is happening, like it shouldn't be happening, and I don't know why. And so dude just started killing people. And
Jason Bateman did?
No, not Jason Bateman. The cartel leader started killing people. It was like, well, since y'all stole from me, fuck this, boom, boom, boom. And he went up to Bateman and was like, why you stealing from me? And dude was like, I'll do this, I'll do that. And so now it's just him trying to get money for this guy so he'll get off his back. But it goes deeper into that because like his wife for 22 years been cheating on him and shit. And so like it gets even worse than that. These kids are old and they don't give a fuck about him.
This sounds kind of like Breaking Bad in some way.
Almost, because like his wife, like he don't give a shit about her no more because the guy she was cheating with, like he a big name, he's got a lot of money and she care about him, don't care about Jason Bateman anymore. Fucking when he had to go get money to go get to this dude, she was like, man, fuck that, didn't want to answer the phone and took all the money out of the account and then went by this nigga. And cartel dude was like, what the fuck? Nah. Killed her mistress, and then was like, "Yo, the fuck your wife was trying to do? She was trying to get out of here, and because he knows everything." Yeah, I don't want to explain the whole first episode, but
I'll try and remember to check it out.
It is really good. And
there's too many things to watch.
And then it's Jason Bateman. You know how Jason Bateman's the world's favorite dad, world's best dad. It's got to be because he's also a father. He's also a father. Going through all of this, okay? Like he almost died a day ago. Like they almost shot him in the face. He just saw his best friend from high school get shot in the face. Knew nothing about any of this.
Okay, so we're on the show right now.
Yeah.
So you're not saying Jason Bateman as the world's greatest father?
No.
The character.
The character on the show. Now I don't know if he got kids or not in real life. I don't know about that. But I'm just saying.
He's probably got kids.
Probably.
He's probably the world's shittiest
But his attitude is like every movie he's been in, and it's just fast talking, witty, and like he puts his kids in place. Like, hey, I told you to do something for a reason. I can't tell you because it's too great for your mind right now. Just do this, and they don't do it, and they get into some fucked up situation, and then some shit comes back to them. And it's like, see, now what did I tell you? Didn't I tell you to do it for a reason?
So what's the tone? Is this a comedy? Is this
no? It is serious.
Because I'm trying to picture Jason Bateman in something like this.
And no, exactly, because it's Jason Bateman. You know, he's always got this like this snappy attitude towards things, and it fits perfectly because it gets him out of dumb situations because he can fast talk, but he still has to deal with everyday life like, oh, my kids. Oh, this wife that fucking cheated on me, and now we gotta move. Basically, he moved to Ozark because it's supposed to be an investment to where when he can launder this money, he can go ahead and make his profits, the cartel boss profits, double or whatever. And so it's just a whole bunch of that happening.
Sounds interesting.
Very interesting movie. Very interesting show. It's got me hooked, and I was like, all right.
So in conclusion, go watch Ozarks. Don't watch I Love You, America.
Yes. Yeah. Ew. Politics. Fuck all that. No.
Yeah. Well, we're at about 59 minutes.
I like it.
Yeah. Don't forget, go to craftbeerclub.com and put in the code FCF Network. I know they give you like free shipping if you use our code, and it supports the show. If you like beer, if you're into beer, why not? Why not give it a chance? Craftbeerclub.com, promo code FCF Network.
Yes,
it's a good thing,
What? Is that plugs? Are we throwing out plugs right now?
Yeah, you want to plug something?
What? Vagisil. Plug those vaginas. No? Maybe not? Is that a good plug?
I feel like I'm glad your old lady's asleep right now.
Why? Vagisil's not for plugging vaginas either. I forget what it is.
No, Vagisil's for like if you got like a yeast infection or something. Yeah.
You still play, it's an egg. You gotta put it in. That's monostat. Am
I don't know where you're going with this, Kyle.
I wasn't going anywhere. I was just saying there's a little.
Before we go, you want to talk about you're doing burlesque again?
It's a burlesque show. But yeah.
Are you still calling it burlesque, or is it just burlesque now?
We can call it burlesque. It's very weird when other people say it. It's very strange. Look at you, look. Yeah.
So you get down to your skivvies in it.
Yeah. Basically, it's just like.
Do they see the dick print?
Oh, definitely, because this is some tight skivvies. Yeah, definitely. But I got a good little piece that I'm dancing to and shit. So I'm crumping, and I'm excited to be crumping again.
Do people still crump? I
Yeah,
feel like that stopped like 5 years ago.
It did, but certain people in that era that crumped when it was big, they still crump. So, I mean, to bring it out to a piece like that to where nobody else is really crumping, it's something. And I'm the token black guy, so of course, why wouldn't I be doing some type of hip hop on this all white person show?
On a Stephen King.
On a Stephen King all white, right? Exactly.
Yeah. What's the name of it?
Stephen King's Tit. Yeah. So it's pretty
Stephen
good.
King's actual tits not that good to watch.
No, is he a fat guy?
He's old. I don't know if he's fat.
Oh, he got famous for writing books, man.
Yeah.
That's a grind right there.
Yeah, man. So if you got the creativity, it's good though.
Yeah. Oh, also watch Clown. If you haven't seen Clown.
What is
It's a movie about a cursed clown costume. And when
you listen to the same. I always think it's funny when you watch the same podcast or listen to the same podcast. What is that, Rogan and Bert Kreischer? Yeah.
Oh,
yeah. That's where you got it.
Well, I've seen it, but since they've talked about it, I've never watched it until they mentioned something. I've always seen it. I'm like, because it looks like it, but it's not. Like
no, it's not remotely similar.
Right, and then
it's about this demon clown. I guess it's got a little bit of a similarity.
Just the cover. Looking at the cover on Netflix, when you glance over,
it's on
like,
Netflix.
Yeah, it's a clown is on Netflix, and so when you glance over, it looks like
an old movie. This movie's like 30 years old.
Not Clown, not this one. This one came out 2014.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's two
but the
of
one
them.
Bert Kreischer was talking about was when he was a kid, wasn't it? Because
no.
didn't he say he was scared? Oh no, wait.
No, he said he's scared of clowns. He's been scared of clowns since he was a kid. Like he doesn't fuck with clowns at all. He didn't see the movie.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
We're talking about the same movie, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah, I've watched it. I looked at the year when it came because there's another one. There's a part 2 to it.
Yeah.
And the part 2 is out already, apparently. But I just seen part 1.
Well, what it's about is this dad hires a clown for his kid's birthday party, and the clown don't show up.
Right.
So he gets a clown nose and puts it on.
Yeah.
And performs for the kids, and
it's a whole costume.
It's a whole costume.
It's a whole outfit. It's got the jumper and everything, and the nose. Well, once he puts it on, it's like some type of alien symbiote, and
it won't come off, and it slowly transforms him into a demon clown.
Yeah. And he need to eat kids. It's a fucking wicked movie.
So it's got some similarities to it, but not a lot.
Huh?
There's no child orgies in it, is there?
There's child orgies in it.
Not in the movie, but in the book.
Oh.
Yeah, you know how it's separated
like
two
kids?
parts when they're kids and then when they're adults?
Yeah.
Okay, so the part when they're kids, and it's like after they kill Pennywise, they're trapped in the sewers, and for some reason, I'm sure it makes sense in the book, they figure out that the only way for them to get out is for them to have a connection. So the only girl's like, why don't y'all gangbang me? And
how old are they?
12. And so
this is how it is in the book. Why don't y'all gangbang me? Is that the?
I don't think she uses those words, but that's what she says, and that's what they do. They slowly run a train on her. You know, I mean, they each finish, but it's apparently like she describes like what their dicks look like and feel like.
And Stephen King thought about this and thought this was a good idea.
He said it was a metaphor for like going through the pain of adulthood or of the transition into adulthood.
Speaking of that, have you seen Big Mouth on Netflix?
I heard somebody talking about it. I've seen the trailer, but I didn't watch it because it looked... That's the problem with, like, they got this whole thing now with, like, adult cartoons, and some of them are amazing. Like Archer, I fucking love Archer.
Yeah, Archer's the best.
You know, and this South Park, you know, but then some of them just feel like rip-offs of everything else, you know?
Rick and Morty's really good.
I like Rick and Morty, but I have things to say about it that I don't want to get into on the podcast.
Yeah, please don't.
Because I might make a video. I'm probably going to make a video about it.
Okay.
A lot of people won't like it.
But
I'm gonna make a video about it.
Terrible.
But I like the show. I think it's a very, very entertaining show. But Rick and Morty's also feels original. Mm-hmm. I just feel like everything's like... I feel like everything's Family Guy, where it's like, oh, I saw these people did that. I can do that too. I'll just do it a little bit cruder. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Big Mouth is one of those things. I just feel like there's so many cartoons like that now that are coming out. If you know what I'm saying?
F is for Family is pretty good.
As much as I like Bill Burr, I never got into it. I watched it. I just didn't.
Well, all right. Well, all right. The gangbang. You go back to that. Do you
don't want to finish the Big Mouth though?
Huh? Yeah, that's
all I had to say. Like, there's a gangbang with 12-year-old gangbang and
no, but you're saying how it's
it.
supposed to be a metaphor for.
He said it's something like it's a metaphor of going through the pain of the transition from childhood to adulthood, because the next thing you know, they're adults and they have to go fight Pennywise again.
Oh, so did they break her virgin? Is that what?
Oh yeah, they were all virgins.
Well,
I mean, technically, she was only a virgin with the first dude. But I don't know if you. I mean, if you have a gangbang...
Was there a picking order?
Huh?
So was there a picking order?
I didn't read it. I just read about it.
Oh.
That's a long book.
It's a very long book. They have the book on stage, and it's very big.
No, I mean, I'm sure you can find out what order they... like, who was the biggest and all that. I think
They actually give that detail?
I think the Slow Kid was the biggest. Yeah.
Why?
Apparently it's very graphic. I don't know.
Oh.
Stephen King said so he was like, I don't understand why people are so upset. Like, there's plenty of violence in this book. A little kid gets murdered and nobody has a problem with that, but they have a problem with a gangbang scene with a 12-year-old. I was like,
they're 12 though, and you thought about this.
Yeah.
You thought about 12-year-olds
right
having sex with each other. Like that's
not thinking about 12-year-olds having. That's a gangbang. It's like they literally ran a train on her. And that was her first time.
And they're 12.
In a sewer.
You
know how many diseases you get, like, if you run a gangbang in a sewer?
Why couldn't they all have kissed or something? What type of connection did this
I'm sure they made out, too. I'm sure it wasn't. I'm sure she didn't just go just put it in. I'm sure it was more than that. But still.
Uh-huh. That's wicked.
I don't know. People love the book, though.
Yeah. People also love goddamn Huck Finn, but they still want to take nigger out of there. Is it Tom Sawyer? Tom Sawyer?
No, it's Huckleberry Finn.
Huck Finn.
I'm just trying to figure out where you're going with that.
I don't know. Just a book that people had problems with what was in it. I guess.
No, nobody had a problem with what was in it until, like, 5 years ago? No, it was more recently. It was like 2 years ago.
Was it?
Yeah, they just started that 2 years ago.
That's people have a problem with what's in it.
Can you still find?
I'm pretty sure they did it.
We should go to the library and find out, see if there's still, like, niggas in Huck Finn.
If they're old books, I don't think they've taken all of the books. It's not like it's on a computer.
I mean, what's the point in only do it for a couple of copies? There's already, like,
Then they would have to be brand new copies.
Yeah.
What if we see an old book?
There's definitely niggas in old books.
Definitely. We should go check.
Mm-hmm. We should do that now.
Which library?
We should go. We should. There's one down the street. We should videotape ourselves doing it. Like, what are you looking for? I want to see if there was any niggas in this library. Like, y'all got Huck Finn?
Yeah.
Excuse me, sir. There's no N-words in Huck Finn.
You sure? You sure?
Mm-hmm. I hate when people do that. I feel like if you don't want to say the word, don't say it. But when grown people say, like, I was listening to Fighter and the Kid today, and it was an old episode with John McGinley. I'd never listened to it before. And his son has Down syndrome, and he was talking about the word retard and how it's offensive to people with Down syndrome, which I understand. He's a parent. He's got a child with Down syndrome. I get that. But he kept saying, like, we don't say the R word. And I'm like, you're a grown man. Like, you're just using it academically. Your son's not going to start crying and shit. Like, you can say retarded. It's academic. Like, if you're not going to say the word retarded, don't, oh, no, that's fine. I don't know why I did that, though. No, it's still recording. That's weird. But if you ain't going to say it, then don't say it. But when you see grown people, like, he said, like, they said the N-word on there. Like, we know what you're saying. And I feel like you're a little more racist because, like, you're so afraid to say it. Like, you're so racist, you don't want no people to know.
Yeah, I took the word retard and I made it an acronym.
For what?
Revered, evolved tyrant, artistically raising decibels.
But a retarded person wouldn't know what that means.
That's fine. It's not for the retards.
You know what? We're going to end it right there.
All right.
We'll call it an end. This is coming out Monday. Y'all have a fantastic week. I actually do love you, America. MHOG loves you.
God bless you, America.
I love you,
Greg
Mama.
Fitzsimmons. Shout outs.
Why, he says God bless you, America a lot?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll take your word for it. God bless you, Fitzsimmons. Excuse me, Greg Fitzsimmons. I don't know who Greg Simmons is.
Shout out WBOK. DC Paul and Martin Bats in the bitch. All right.
Do they listen to this?
Yeah.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Hello. I know one of you. I know DC. I don't think I know.
Bats is the actor.
All right. I guess Wayne and hopefully Rum will be on the next episode. We won't be talking about Donald Trump again. We'll keep that out of it. We'll try. We didn't talk about it much in this. We just brought it up for I Love You, America. But that's so tangentially. Did
we say Trump? I didn't say him.
I did.
Oh.
That's who she's targeting as people who voted for him.
Oh, yeah, you did say Trump. Yeah.
But try to keep it silly. And I made a new video on my Grinning Hosts Facebook page. If you love Disney, you feel like watching it. It's me by myself, so it's really weird. As all videos with me are. I guess that's it. So
that is it.
You want to close out the show?
Sure. Close out. Holla. Oh, this has been the MHOG podcast. See you next time. Keep it metal. So